Previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Scary. The police are here with me. Right. Okay, so first off, I think I have to be right over here to begin with. Yep, I'm right over there. The police are blocking everything. Look at that. This is weird. I feel kind of... Right, I'm going to come right over this way. This is so weird. Am I clear? Yeah, I'm clear. So, I assume I just take the whole blooming lot, do I, of the road? Because if I push over, I'm going to wallop the side of it. Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator. So, yet again, we've had one of those updates, but again it said navigational data, so I'm hoping very much that update hasn't moved us from where we were, which was, I think Felixstowe, wasn't it? That was the location we were in. That's exactly where we are. Is this weird? We're in Felixstowe again. We were in Felixstowe last week. It feels like it's a sort of repeat of the last time we discussed this, isn't it? Last time round there was an update, a navigational update. I think they fixed the issue of sending you back during a load to other places. So here we go again. We're going back into Europe, like I said I would do, and a suggestion was made as well that maybe if I was going to take another garage up, that I should take one near where the special loads are, so that every so often I can break it up with a special load. So we'll have a quick look at the email that's actually about it. So if we have a look at our email, this gives you a little bit of information about various things. The one of which is that it's interesting. They always have this one here to begin with. I always wonder if you actually went and took one of these jobs here, whether or not, Euro Truck in goodies or Euro goodies in Liverpool would, Euro Truck goodies? Almost sounds like merchandising, doesn't it? But anyway, Euro goodies would actually have something there that would be, that would start a chain of events, that would build a storyline, some kind of murder mystery with trucks, but probably not. Anyway, so I thought I'd have a little look at this to see where we're at. Now, I was going to head down, hopefully into sort of Italy, but we'll keep an eye out for some of these places. So we're looking for Naples and Verona. I can't pronounce some of these places, but trust me, there some of them in France. Nads, not nads. but we can have a little truck around these places, and we can keep an eye open for these ones as well. There's some new ones there as well in Istanbul. They're not far away. I can feel it from releasing the major update. But anyway, let's go have a little drive around where we are and see if we can find a job that takes us back into Europe, because, well, that's where we want to be, on the other side of the road, in a truck that's driven on the other side of the road. So let's drive. Let's go for it. We're headed on out and just do a nice drive. I'm looking forward to a nice drive. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. Very busy, good busy, but very, very busy in its nature. Right, well, we'll go up the top here, because look, there's a way out the top here that turns us around past that LKW there down the GPS in the bottom right. We've got LKW. Can't remember what they do. I have a feeling they do some heavy stuff actually. If I remember rightly as well, we can see the ferry? No ferry there. There's a mountainside. Never been to Felixstowe. I have no idea what kind of place it is. I assume it's very boaty. That's very descriptive of me. Very, very boaty. I'm on the wrong side. I was on the wrong side of the road all the way through there, Right, so this is a truck stop. We're all right. Are we all right for sleep? I'm now thinking that I should turn around and go back down that way and get a bit of sleep before doing this one. And press F6. It'll tell us how long we've got before we need to stop. 7 hours and 40 minutes. We'll have a look and see what the jobs are, but we've got 7 hours and 40 minutes to make up our mind whether or not we want to do that. So indicator on. It is 5:04 a.m. down there on the GPS with our miles per hour at 0. Automatic gear of 3. Our diesel. Our sleep. And then, of course, if we get any emails from anybody asking us to do fantastic jobs. It's up here, the entrance. Just looking for the entrance there. There we go. In we go. I wonder what job we've got. Ooh, got a tanker there. Let's have a little look and see what we've got. So we pressed enter there to get on the old tanker thing. Let's have a look at the freight and see what we've got today. So we want to kind of get back somewhere. I'm just looking at the time on some of that. 10-hour trip. Is it a speedy one? Important delivery. What time does it have to be here there? Thursday. What day are we on? Wednesday. Probably don't have time for a sleep on that one, unfortunately. Le Mans. Ooh. 9 tons of toys there. There's a couple of pages actually this time round. Got a fragile one here to Sheffield. I don't fancy going back up into the UK. Sheffield, funnily enough, is one of the places that actually has special transport as well. But I want to get back into France, so I think that's a good long one. I think we'll go with this one because it's 9 hours. It's kind of pushing our time for sleeping. But we do have we obviously have the crossing via from. Is it Dover we're going from? Dover, yeah. Oh, that's Dover there. Where are we crossing? Is that Eurotunnel? Probably is, isn't it? Let's do that. And we'll have a little look, and as we go out, we'll map some distances as well. So we're going to go with that one. It's just 21,000 euros, not a bad amount of money. It'll be a simple journey. I haven't been to Le Mans before. That's the same place that they do the 24-hour Le Mans, isn't it? That's with the race that lasts 24 hours. Do they change drivers on that? I never really knew whether they did or they didn't. I just feel like they would change drivers, or do you have to drive it yourself for the whole time? Don't know. Anyway, off we go. Never been very good with motorsport, to be honest with you. I'm a strange individual. I work for an awful lot of. I worked for a motorsport company for a while. In fact, I worked for a couple of motorsport companies. They were customers of mine, and I met drivers and all kinds of people. That as part of my role, you know, people that you would quite famously go, "Oh, you met so and so," and I was totally uninterested. So I'm a terrible when it comes to the sort of celebrity and whatever else it is. Let's see if we can. I'm miles away this time round. I was gonna say I was gonna get this right first time, but I'm miles away. I can tell I'm off the pin. So let's just get this back. Okay, so there's the pin. So. And is that the pin? Oh, please don't be bad today. I've hit the pin. Aha! That wasn't so bad. I hit the pin there. Stopped. So the pin is on it. On it, on it, and on it. No, not on it. I'm off. I'm well off. How can I be that far off? Look at that. I'm way off. Yes, feel free to laugh now. I was well off the pin there. Do you know I've had what you would call beginner's luck with the initially when I started doing with the. This is because I've turned on advanced trailer parking, which means that I have to hit the pin, which is the little bit that drops down the centre there, that goes into the fifth wheel or the coupling there. And I've turned on the advanced parking just to give it a good advanced parking, advanced sort of trailer, whatever else it is. Wow. I'm having a mare. Look at that. That's terrible. I'm gonna have to go forward again here. I know what I need to line up. I need to line up the centre of there with the where you connect the hoses. I think it's probably because I'm attempting there hoses. Again, I'm off. Wow. I didn't expect this to take so much doing. I'm off. Right, I'm going to get back in the cab and see if I can see it better from the cab point of view. See if I can sort of, if I line up dead straight, I've got to be able to get dead straight. I'm just going to line up the back of there. There you go. I've got it. That's weird. Did it from inside the truck, and we're all good to go. I'm gonna press T now to connect the trailer, but inside the truck, a lot easier. See, the wheels are raising there, locking the fifth wheel. We're all good to go. We're ready. We're ready with our truck. That was weird. That was weird. I don't know whether I'm going to get the sleep I need. I mean, there's important delivery of toys from LKW. LKW. They all seem to be like, you know, parodies of real life places. So I wonder what place this is meant to be. I'll be so pleased to be back on the continent, though. I have to admit, being back on the UK side of the road when you've got a truck that's configured for sort of for European travel is really. It's really disconcerting, actually, after you've spent so much time sort of travelling on the other side of the road. I've said this before, though, and when I've been doing videos previously, I've mentioned about the sort of the riding horseback thing, because you know, in the UK side, you use your left hand to hold the wheel, so that you would be able to get your sword out while you were riding horseback, basically, and chop with your sword, so it would be a stronger thing. In Europe, it was kind of it was Napoleon who was left-handed and sort of insisted on everybody sort of fighting the other way. So that was the kind of reasoning behind. I can't see a blooming thing through the strut of the window there, but yeah, he insisted on being on you know, holding with the right and sort of basically being on the other side of the road. Am I on the right side of the road here? Yes, I am. God, I'm so confused. But I don't understand why that would follow through to America, you know, to the Americas. Why would the Americas be on the other side of the road? Doesn't make sense, does it? We're not the only ones who drive on the left-hand side rather than the right. It just doesn't make. It's just weird, isn't it? How people have done that. It also affects obviously car configurations and all kinds. It's just, you'd have thought we'd have all standardised on one thing, but no, we actually have two different standards. That are obviously in significant parts of the world. Look at the sun coming up, it's beautiful, isn't it? Significant parts of the world that mean that they continue making cars like that. Very weird indeed. Here we go, come we come. This is a light load, really, on the scale of things, just 9 tons. Nothing like we did the other week, which was, what was that, 40? Well, I can't remember how heavy that was. It was very big, wasn't it? Because we had that special sort of people sort of watching us taking it away, and that person sort of taking photographs of our truck making its way out of the yard from that journey from London to Felixstowe just last week. So if you have a little look at that, I think it was special delivery or special transport. I called the video special delivery. I think it was. I think it was kind of I was having a bit of a Postman Pat thing, because he did a program, didn't he? Postman Pat. Do you remember Postman Pat? Postman Pat Special Delivery, it was called. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I love these average speed cameras above our heads. That's what it is. Average speed cameras. All these new things that we see nowadays on the road. See, they've been around a while now. There's a set of these between a place called Scotch Corner and Leeds. And there was a set of these between their average speed cameras, and it was like 50 miles per hour for miles and miles and miles and miles. It was a good long run between there and there. It was the A1, it was, as it's becoming now the A1, I don't know what, A1M, I think they call it, or whatever else it is. They were upgrading it, and they had just these average speed cameras, and it was hilarious because I'm sort of like stuck on it, and I can see from the GPS and the speedo that I'm doing 50 miles per hour, yet the trucks are still doing 55. And I guess that there must be some giving average speed cameras, because from my point of view, that's not the average speed is going to be 55, is it not, for the whole distance instead of 50? Maybe, don't know. So I was getting overtaken. It was hilarious. I wasn't bothered. It used to be quite often a run over that way to Leeds and sort of that kind of direction. I always passed and always thought it's quite funny. There's a service station called Weatherby, and I'm sure Weatherby's in that soap, the one with the farm. Hang on, brain's ticking now. Emmerdale Farm, that's it. Now it's called Emmerdale, isn't it? Because they didn't want to keep it about farming. They just wanted it to be rural, so they call it Emmerdale, don't they? And I'm sure Weatherby's in that, or is that completely wrong? Or was Weatherby somewhere else? Oh, now I'm confused. Was that not Weatherby? Oh, if you know, put it in the comments below. I have no idea. Do you know, so I don't think I've watched a soap in My missus used to watch soaps years ago. We're going back sort of 20 odd years ago, 25 years maybe now. She used to watch soaps occasionally, and nothing wrong with soaps. But we didn't, She used to watch these things, and do I need to come over? It's saying I do. Yep, I'm over. Yeah, I can't come off there anyway. But she used to watch soaps, and I'm sure she used to watch the one with the farm occasionally. That was what we used to do, though. Do you remember that, those days before we had on-demand television and lots and lots of channels? If you're as old as me, you'll remember having 3 channels, so that dates me. 3 channels. BBC One, BBC Two. Got to come back out again. BBC One, BBC Two, and ITV, the Light Entertainment channel. Back then. That was when Saturday was an event, you used to sit down and you'd have all kinds of things on the telly, like Knight Rider. The Fall Guy. Remember the Fall Guy? Lee Majors? Wasn't he the what's he called, man? The Bionic Man? $6 million man? Bionic Man? Kind of rebuilt, like, both his legs or something like that, or just, like, one of them so he could, like, hop really high. Do you remember that? I was like Knight Rider. That was a big thing, Good old Mr. Hasselhoff. And Kit, the car. And his face was faked, wasn't it? Do you remember that? That was the kind of big reveal. There was actually 2 Michael Knights as such. There was another guy who they had the same face. They copied it off it. I don't remember why though. Anybody remember why they copied his face onto somebody else? I know they were trying to change his identity and all this kind of stuff, being a lone warrior against the night, helping kittens out of trees with a car that can do 200 miles per hour. Except it was a Pontiac, whatever it was, and probably couldn't do 200 miles an hour. But anyway, it was still cool. I remember it being cool. I enjoyed it. Just go to school and talk about Knight Rider. Didn't they make a remake though in the 90s or the early 2000s? Knight Riders, which was like a load of kids and all this kind of stuff with cars. Don't know. I want to look up that one. I'm sure there was. I'm sure there was like Knight Riders. Mr. Hasselhoff with his German career. He had a lot of stuff in Germany, didn't he? They love him there. They love his pop music. He's a big pop idol there. I'm just totally rambling today. I'm not even talking about the journey thus far. We're coming off of Dover shortly. I think I'm quite keen to get back into the continent, and because I'm keen to get back into the continent, and it's been a long week. And I've been enjoying. And I thought I'm just going to enjoy a nice, simple enough drive back into the continent. And we're just gonna head back into it. But yeah, it's been a long week. I think last time I came this sort of way, we had. I think, maybe wrong. I'm sure we had a lot of police. Do you remember that? There was an occasion where there was a certain expensive sports car pulled up, and there was a helicopter even been involved in the chase, and about 3 police cars and that expensive vehicle. I'm kind of excited though about the prospect of the new update as well, the Spanish one. Kind of excited about that. They're saying there's like hundreds of garages and things like that in it, which sounds absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Logs on the back of that. I don't think I've ever taken logs for a journey. I'd love to take some logs. Look at them. Edging. Yeah, pushed our way back in again because it's coming off at this one. Yeah, I'd love to take some logs. Because in one of my other favourite sort of driving sort of games, I mean, apart from playing Truck and Logistics Simulator, which is slightly crazy, but one of my other favourite ones is Spin Tyre's Mud Runner. And Mud Runner, you basically you just basically go to logging camps and take things from point A to point B, but it's very off-road. It's very Russian. I actually hate the fact that they put the US side in it. I know that was for the American market, but it was very Eastern European. It was very Russian in its nature, and as a result, it was kind of I don't know. I liked it because the Russians they just don't mess around when it comes to heavy vehicles. Their vehicles are just very, 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 very heavy. And very old, it seems, as well. And they were it's kind of a cool game for that. It's kind of an entertaining sort of, romp around the mind of and I think if you Googled pictures of the forests and forestry workers and things like that, you'd probably very much find those pictures in there. But then they chucked in an American side to it, which doesn't look much different from the Russian side of it. But at the same time, I have to admit I preferred just sticking with that Russian thing, but of course it's purely economics. You got to get the American market watching it, I guess. So because you ended up with Fords, those whatever they're called, those Ford pickup trucks, the F something or others. I'm not even going to dare to say it. I got passed by one of them. You see that Mustang that's just gone past there? I got passed. Well, to be fair, he and I entered the motorway about the same speed, to be fair. And not fast, by the way. We entered the motorway and he just cruised past me. Bright orange one as well. It's lovely. I haven't seen one in a while, actually. I don't even think they're that expensive on the case of a sports car, are they? I mean, well, they're a muscle car, aren't they? Really, more than anything else. But I don't think they're particularly expensive. Oh, thank you. You moved right out of my way there. Good man. Yeah, I don't think they're particularly expensive. I'm sure this is the corner as well where we saw these sports cars and things like that pulled up. We're taking a nice, smooth, leisurely drive here. So let's recap on the information down on the bottom there on the old GPS, because we like to recap on the information, or I certainly do. So we're doing 50 miles per hour. We're in 11th gear. Slight bit of damage to the truck, just mainly tyres probably wear and tear. Plenty of diesel. We are fairly tired because our little bed's almost full with blue. We've got no new emails. Not one of them for a while, but we'll probably get one once the Spanish map and Portugal is released, or the Portuguese map. Time is 7:34 a.m. Just below that we have our waypoint where we're going to. Now I forgot to do the important thing. Now I should tell myself off here. I forgot to have a look at possible places we can explore as we go, and I've done, and I'm a bit naughty because I should have done that. But we might do it after we get off the ferry. Okay? So I have forgotten to do that. I'll bring up the map at that point and we'll do that. Anyway, so we've got the waypoint. And the waypoint says we're going to get in at Wednesday at 3:05 p.m. It's 347 miles away, 7 hours and 21 minutes. So we've got a little bit of time there. I'm looking for a new garage. We're going to go DAF in the new garage wherever we get it. So we've got DAF to go to. Is the next thing. We need to come off at this junction. I'll pull on over just gently. Get on over here. That's it. Excellent. We're over. So we're going to go DAF in the next one, and we're looking for somewhere probably. I think we're looking. We might look in France actually, because that might stand us in good stead for the Spanish sort of add-on when it comes. Possibly, I'm thinking. Oh, I hate looking through this the side bit there. I've got a bit of a wobbly finger again. I've had that the one day. Do you remember that wobbly finger the other week? Where I was kind of looking the wrong way down. I like it when the sun starts coming through and starts lighting up the cabin as well. It's nice. It's nice. There we go. We're trundling on. The birds are in the sky. It's going to be a lovely day. Had a lovely morning this morning, actually. I look after a couple of football clubs. As I said before, I'm a bit funny when it comes to things, but I look after a couple of football clubs, and I was down at one of the grounds looking at some cabling actually. But I was down looking at it, and the sun was just coming up over the sort of stadium, and it was that morning sort of autumn sun. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. What a lovely day it was. It's brisk as well though, nice and cool, but at the same time sunny. I wouldn't have minded so much, but I was in the shade. Yeah, wouldn't have minded so much if I wasn't in the shade, but so it's quite cold. Had a jacket on. 5 degrees this morning when I got in the car. Okay, so we're going along here, and we're going to turn down this junction here. Making good time. Just check nothing's coming that way. Is he going to pull out, or is he going to let me go? No, he's going to go. I wondered. Okay. It looks lovely today. I just something about it. It's really nice. I'm just like I think because I'm on this side of the road, I'm closer to the vegetation, if that makes sense, with my view. So, oh God, that was tight. Yeah, I feel like I'm closer to the vegetation. I think that's what it is. I just feel like I'm over here. Look, in amongst this lot. Pretty convinced this is where that car thing ended up, by the way, and there was not long here the police were chasing this guy down with a helicopter and everything. I'm pretty convinced it was. Can't remember the episode that was, though. It was a cool episode. It was a long one. It was one where it reset me and sent me back to the usual, you know, sort of, come on, get out of the way. Indicator on, I'm coming over. Yeah, it reset me, and I was back in Liverpool and making my way back across into Europe. Yeah, we're going to go take the Eurostar, which means you can't rest because it's only like 20-minute journey or something similar. It's under the sea, isn't it, for 20 minutes? Never been on the Eurostar though. I can imagine it must be quite unnerving that you get in a train with windows in it and then you disappear into a tunnel that kind of goes for 20 miles. I suppose it's pretty quick though. Must be pretty quick. Oh, I'm in Euro mode. I was going to the wrong side of the road there. Right, where's my turning? Looking for the green light. Truck. Not that one. That one. That's the one I'm looking for. Oh. There we go, sliding on in. Do 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 do. I've got the music a bit higher today for myself, so if that tunes just grabbed me there. Do 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 do. The funny thing is, you don't even have to line up straight with this. You just have to hit this. And then pay for the ticket. So let's hit the destinations and let's have a look. I can't believe it took me so long. 35 minutes. I lie. I said 20 minutes earlier. It's 35. But you can't even rest for that 35. That's the big issue, realistically. I'm going to go as long as I can before I do it. You know what I'm like when it comes to sort of driving. Okay. And disengage the handbrake. And it is 9:22 a.m. We're back on the continent. Back in Europe. Be interesting to see I mean, Brexit's done, but the trade deal is yet to be finished, or whatever else. It's the deal that with Europe for trading and whatever else it is. I mean, it's, you know, that's still on the cards. That's got to be finished. But they are threatening a no deal. Complete no deal, which is going to be interesting because that's going to add all kinds of. They're telling truck drivers already that they have to be careful and worry about tariffs and other things. So it'll be interesting to see if. I mean, oh wow, I don't think I've ever looked down there before. Look, there's the train tracks coming in. That's so cool. That's the tunnel itself. Look, there's Eurotunnel. Wow, do you know something? The amount of times I've played this game, I'm feeling like the details get me today. But anyway, yeah. So now they've been telling the trucks and firms to get ready to have to do paperwork, you know, and long queues and all this kind of stuff. But that was the case anyway. I mean, let's be honest. You know, in a frictionless country like Switzerland, you still have to do paperwork. So I don't know why they didn't think that you wouldn't have to do paperwork. I think that's really weird. Yeah, because you're working on the assumption that I don't know. But anyway, that's gonna add cost to everything that comes in and out of the United Kingdom from Europe. And the only trade deal that's currently in action, and as far as I'm aware, we don't trade an awful lot with them, is Japan. I mean, we've got a trade deal with Japan. So, maybe we get cheaper Sony PlayStations as a result. Looking on the positive side. Well, there's nothing positive, nothing unpositive about Japan. You know, it nearly failed. Here's a bizarre thing. The trade agreement with Japan nearly failed over one item. But you can't guess what that one item is unless I've talked about it previously. Cheese. Yeah, it nearly failed over cheese, of all things. The agreement with, apparently our cheese is too strong for them. So I'm guessing we have to regulate cheese if we export it to Japan, which is really weird. Why cheese? Anyway, that comes from a country that eats raw fish. Not that we don't eat raw fish, but what I'm saying is they eat raw fish, and they have other things like, you know, they eat blowfish, don't they? Which is if it isn't prepared properly, will kill you. I mean, literally kill you. I tell you what, you have to be a very skilled. Well, I don't know what you call somebody who makes sushi, but you would have to be very skilled in that trade if you were going to be serving blowfish. Because I mean, if you imagine serving blowfish and then you kill your customers, can't be brilliant. That. Right, okay. Oh, a little bit of roadworks there, blocking that route up there. Oh, little bit of activity going on there. Right, okay, we're back in the continent. We are on our way to Le Mans. Le Mans. Only thing I remember about Le Mans as well, apart from the 24-hour thing, wasn't there a Steve McQueen movie where he drove in the Le Mans? Or I think it's something else. Steve McQueen drove in everything though, didn't he? That's why everybody wanted a Mustang at one point, you know, because of the Bullet movie, where he drove the thing like crazy. In fact, that then spawned a computer game of its own right, didn't it? It spawned the game on the PlayStation 1. I don't know if they came out on anything else. But by Reflections, the game was. It spawned a game called Driver, which was absolutely phenomenal. It was a really good game. When it first came out, we were amazed by the dynamics of the car. I mean, it was a bit floaty, but it was meant to be. It was kind of arcadey, but at the same time, dynamics of a car. And it was just cool. I remember loving that Driver. It was a great game. Yeah, Reflections, though. I'm sure Reflections were originally part of the Psygnosis lot. So a company from Liverpool who got eaten up by Sony as, I think, guest part of PlayStation 1, because they actually produced quite a few games, including Colony Wars. That was the one, wasn't it? Not Clone Wars, Colony Wars. Colony Wars. They created the Colony Wars saga, which was 4 games long. But they also created a number of other games as well, and it was Psygnosis that was one. If you're old enough to remember that as well, we're talking Commodore Amiga time and bits and pieces along that sort of way. Yeah, I feel like I'm less in the countryside now, that I'm not touching the left hand side of the road with the truck. I'm coming out. There's a car coming underneath me, but I'm coming out. I am overtaking you right now. Locked in at 57 miles per hour, and guess what? He's doing 57. In fact, he's going faster than that. Oh, he's really put the foot down. And now I've got cars underneath me, so I can't pull back over. Thank you, cars. No, they're not even giving way. Brilliant. Thanks for that. My own fault, I guess. I think I can get in. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get him. Yeah, he's letting me in. Coach has struggled to get up that hill a little bit there. Dropped out 45 miles per hour. Typical, isn't it? I had the momentum there. I slid back in again because that he wasn't really giving me the room to overtake him, and then all of a sudden we're back into the situation where he's going for it. So we've got 4 hours and 39 minutes to go. We have a total of 214 miles to cover. We have to be in for Thursday, which means I should have time for a little sleep shortly. So what we might do is we might see if we can make... I don't know how long I've got before I need to... Ooh, 59. 56, please. There's a police car as well. Ooh, I was lucky there. I'm coming off at this junction. Keeping an eye on it. Alright, coming off at this junction. I'm just going to slide off here. I'm going to push the button in a second for the F6 on the keyboard, and we'll see how many driving hours I've got left, because this is going to be interesting. Wow, I'm flying here. Look at us. Look at me flying. Whipping through there. And back onto the road. Okay, let's hit the F6. Now, because this is my little... I've moved on to a little gaming PC now. I've got 2 hours and 45 minutes, by the way, before I do it. If you can see the rest stop, press F6 there. Got rest stop. If you ever want help, by the way, like more diesel or whatever else, it's something we learned recently. So if you press F7, you've got the options for calling the services to help you, which includes repairs and fuel, which costs an arm and a leg to give you another 50 miles, but it's usually long enough to get you to somewhere where you get it. And to be fair, when you run out, you just stop. Right, so anyway, where are we? I was saying we've got 2 hours and 36 minutes before we need to do the before we need to rest. So I'm going to go for another 2 hours. So we're talking about, what time is it now? It's 11:50. Yeah, we're going to go for another. Well, we'll go for another hour, I think. It's going to make it night time before we get back, but that's fine. So we have 183 miles to go. We definitely need some sleep because we're actually right on the cusp of breaking the law or falling asleep at the wheel. But we're doing it. We're making it all right. That police car's going. I've got the cruise control set to 55. You can see it in the dashboard just if you zoom in on there, or you sort of have a little tight look where it says 52 in the middle of my the circular dial and the dash. Just to the right of that, in a very small, is the speed 55. Now I always adjust my seat slightly back because that's one of the things you can do within the game, is to adjust your seat. So I always go slightly back so I can see the mirrors better. And I kind of like to see the steering wheel. I think that's kind of interesting as well. I think that's kind of cool. And we've got some parking to do when we get to the other side as well. Didn't get to park that extra wide load, to be honest with you, other than just draw up into the wherever it is. I suppose that's fair comment, you know, that if you're doing a sort of special load, that you should just draw up on the side, you know, in the location you get to. You do the same when you get the road trains or the trailers with another trailer attached, which is bonkers, really. It is absolutely bonkers driving that. You get those in Scandinavia. That's where you get those. Right, am I coming off at this one? Yes, I am. This is our turning. I'm going to ease off here because that just looks tight. That felt very tight. I have been before, sort of kissed the concrete a little bit with the truck. Yeah, it's 31. It's down at 31. I knew we were going to end up slow. I've set it to 30 on the cruise control. We'll just edge around here. We'll see if we can find ourselves. There's a toll gate we're coming off at now. We'll see if we can find somewhere to park up shortly. I've probably just driven past one actually, saying that. So the next one we come to is definitely going to be our location, our locale for stopping. It's very tight, isn't it? Just gently roll around here. Ah, there we go. There's a petrol station just after this. That'll do nicely. It says P for parking there, but I don't think I think that's cars. Definitely not articulated lorries. So, oh, there we go. €59, not bad. I did like that long trip though we did take. It was a bit tiring, but actually the funny thing is it's kind of fatiguing realistically, you know, sort of driving for a very long time and then doing sort of a you know, and chatting away at the same time. I think it must be slightly easier. I've often watched, sometimes watch these sort of people on Twitter and things like that, not Twitter, Twitch. And they're doing sort of Twitch streams, and I can imagine there is an added value in people watching live in that sense, because you have you're recording and playing live, and if you get a decent interaction, of course you're going to get people sort of saying what, asking about how you're doing and telling you what's going on, and asking you questions. Whereas when you're sort of doing it like this, the only person you're talking to mostly is yourself. I said to my wife last week, because she was a couple of weeks ago, sorry, because these guys having tea down here. That's a lovely place to park and stand out here. Mind you, to be fair, it's pretty pretty. It is pretty. What am I saying? It's kind of pretty. But I was saying to my wife the other day that maybe she should become my co-pilot, because she was helping out with some of the conversations that we were having. You know what? I don't care. It's a bit badly parked, but it'll do. It's good enough. We're in. It's nice actually, though, isn't it? Not nice. And they're just having I might join them for a beverage now, and while I'm waiting. We'll just have I bet it's France. They'll probably get a drink, a nice refreshing a beer or something like that. Spend a bit of time. There we go, 2100 hours. That is excellent. We are ready to go. Look, there's me sitting in the truck. Hello, here I am. Okay, let's put the lights on. Start the engine even. There we go. It is 2100 hours. We are back on the road. 21:36 actually, to be precise, or 9:36 p.m. Look at the sky. Wow. Oh, it's lovely. I'm pleased to be back out on the road again. 3 hours and 6 minutes away. 142 miles. It's going to be I can feel it's a pleasant autumn day. It could be summery. I don't know if the game does seasons. I don't think it does. Actually, it would be nice if it did do seasons, though, wouldn't it? Look at this bridge. This is cool. 43 is our speed limit. That is so cool. Look at that. Don't know what river it is, but that is so cool. Look at this. I'm in the cycle lane, actually. Cycle lane and tractors or something. What's that? What's that? Looks like a tractor. Do you see that down there? I've passed the landmark. Done a landmark. This must be the landmark. I'm not sure what the landmark is, but tell me in the comments below if you know what landmark we've just passed. But it's quite impressive, that. Impressive bridge. I like a bit of engineering, to be honest with you. I like a bit of suitably impressive rather than just engineering for engineering's sake. That don't know if that makes sense, really. I'm not impressed by a bridge, but I'm impressed by a bridge which has maybe been over-engineered, or is sort of like that kind of thing, where it's sort of very artistic at the same time as being sort of whatever else it is. That makes no sense at all. I'll carry on. I'm going to drive on. Let's drive onward. Let's drive onward. Let's get up to 50 miles per hour and let's get ourselves down the road. 124 miles to go. 2 hours. We're going to get in just past Sugar. Whoa! That went badly. Did not see that coming. I think we're still on time, actually. I think we're still on time. I think we're just on time, though. There we go. Go. Yeah, I think we're just on time. What time do we have to be in? Oh, between 4 and between 12:42 a.m. and 4 a.m. So we're well on truly on time. But the current time is going to be Thursday at just at nearly 1 a.m. So that's fine. We're good with that. Speeding. There we go. 32 miles per hour, that's fine. Let's see if we can get in even earlier. Can you imagine if we're getting even earlier? I've never got on much earlier than the actual time that was there. I don't know why it gave me the extra time. I suppose there was a sleep in it, wasn't there? Because I think your average driving time is about 10 hours, isn't it? That's what you're meant to drive. So, speeding a bit there. Just got to stick in this side road here. I'm just going to come straight off here for Le Mans. Here we go, down 50 again. 31. I said 50 kilometres, that is. I've taken the cruise control off there instead of leaving it on. That's fine. Oh dear. Something on the other side of the road. Oh, it's a crash. Oh dear. Aww. I don't like to see them, even in the game. You know, even if it is a game, I still don't like to see crashes. It's not nice. It's not nice. Right. That's a big service station we're coming up by. Now up to 56 miles per hour, we'll get ourselves hoofing along the road. Quite pleased with this, actually. I'm quite enjoying this journey. Thank you for joining me, as usual. Thanks to my regulars. And thanks to anybody new who's happened to run into my channel and decided to actually listen to me rambling for 40 minutes to an hour and a half. That's usually what it is. Is it usually that long? I think it is, isn't it? They're usually an hour long at least. These things. They're usually quite long videos. But there can't be anything else. You know, it's long distance driving, but not quite as long distance as actually doing it for real. Could you imagine if the game actually made you do it in real time? I bet there's an option for that. I bet one of them pro mods has the option to actually do it in real time. God, that must be absolutely excruciating when you do a 10-hour journey. I mean, that's like all night. You could come home and do a whole journey and as a sort of, you know, individual and do the whole kind of thing. It says I've just noticed the temperature there is is next to the speedo in the centre there. I think it says it's 16 degrees. It's a cool. It's not a cool evening, but it's a nice. There'll be a nice breeze on that. That's kind of the weather I like. I'm kind of a 16 to 18, maybe 20 at a push kind of temperature. I love a bit of springtime. That's for me. Springtime's good. You know, sort of coolish nights and sort of warmish days. Nice breezes. Not too much in the old rain. Yeah, lovely. Love a bit of that. I'm driving through a massive wood and we can't see any of it, by the way. We can only see what the light is sort of showing us to the side there. Okay, we're bombing on. We've got 1 hour and 28 minutes to go, 67 miles. We're going to get in for nearly 1 AM. Not going to be able to push this faster than that, really. Sort of nice light. It's an orbish one. Again, we're crossing something that I cannot see, but it looks like it's impressive. With some stars in the sky, though. Yeah, it does look impressive. There's something there, and I have no idea what it is. Same problem with travelling at night. You can't see the lovely surroundings. And there's some running lights down the truck. Just easing my way through the countryside. It's nice. We're just easing our way through. I love those orb lights though. Those ones over there, just so cool. It's just a really cool light. It's very bright as well. Okay. It's rolling downhill a little bit now, and I'm picking up speed, and I shouldn't be. Just going to ease off a touch. Yeah, I'm catching up on the truck in front of us. Just a little bit. Touch the brakes a tiny bit. Retard should kick in, which is the thing that slows you down. It's a sort of gearing thing that slows you down, so that should kick in. But I think I'm so much lighter than whoever's in front of me here. I might have to overtake him. Yeah, I think that's the best option. I want to overtake him. Come on. Come on. 480 brake horse, I think. I've got. So I should be able to pull past this little lot. That's what I'm hoping. We're on the A28 down there in the GPS. I'm going to come back over now. Well, that was good timing. Looks like I'm coming off at this next junction. Le Mans, it says there. 29 miles. Almost to our destination. Oh, it's amazing. I can't believe it, but I can't see it in the dark. Isn't that a shame? I feel like I'm going to be missing out something here. Oh, I do hate these turnings. There we go. What speed are we down to now? 40, 50? 50, 50. 50 miles per hour. 80. What's the speed in 50 miles per hour? 80 kilometers an hour. I think that's what it is. Oh, there's Le Mans now. I can see it. It's up on the map, and it's saying it's got the little flag there for us. Right, we've got to get on over. No, we don't need to. We can just feed in. Le Mans. Oh, look, it's got a little flag. Got to come off this one. Here we go. I'm quite excited about this. Need to sleep the night, don't I, so that we can see what it looks like in the morning. Going a bit quick there. Didn't get a ticket though, thankfully. The game kind of gives you auto tickets, to be honest. If you've not played it before, it gives you auto tickets. If you speed too long, it goes, here you go, have a ticket for being naughty. Here we go. We're coming up to our toll gate, so we'll soon get that. Parking in the dark again. I haven't parked since last week. It's gonna be one of those. I can feel it. I can't believe I couldn't find the pin though. That was really annoying. That was. It was easier from the cab. Funnily enough, I was quite surprised that I actually found it easier from the cab in the long run. Okay. Anybody on duty? Oh look, he's over there. Oi oi. How you doing? He just looks a bit, yeah. And oh, I was looking in the mirror at the top there. So there's a mirror right in the top of the dashboard up here. There, that one there. And that's kind of useful at seeing where you're parking at. So it's, you know, when you've got it right in front of you, it's kind of handy to see what's right underneath you. Discovered it recently. It's like a whole new lease of life when I discover something in this game sometimes. I had beacons and everything going as well after being taught how to do that. And we've got M for map. And I meant to do it after the blooming train, didn't I? But of course you got straight out of the train and we went. I meant to do that after the train. You know, check the map for other locations to go to. Wow, this is busy. Come on, guys. Push on, push on, push on. Wow. There's fire brigade and police and everything going this way around here. This is a busy little town. That's maybe why it's called the 24 hours Le Mans. Maybe 24 hour Le Mans basically means parked in traffic for about 24 hours. Going around the same roundabout for 24 hours. Oh. Go on then. Sorry about that. That was a bit awkward, wasn't it? Oops. Oh, that bus. I don't even know where it's gone. I've lost it. Oh god, there's a truck underneath. Aye! Truck underneath. I couldn't even see him. Not happy. Didn't even see him. There's this fancy bridge here, and we can't blooming see it, and some kind of collegey thing down there, probably. Oh, I can't believe I hit that truck. I knew that was going to happen. That was such a busy roundabout, and I was just so, you know, not looking where I was going. I can't believe I hit him. I feel like I should have a best of crashes, you know, at this point. I really am getting to the point where I keep on crashing into silly things. What a weird looking thing here. There's a bridge going over to nowhere. Wow, okay. This is busy, isn't it? Right, up to this roundabout. I'm coming off at this one. Indicators on. Just gently coming round. There's an Iveco. There we go, an Iveco dealership. Right, where are we going though? Don't stop showing me Iveco dealerships. Where's the turning? Must be going to this place up here. This Lissette's Logistics. Lissette's. Right, okay. Oh, you idiot. Oh, God. You see what's happened? I'm not... Let's just see if I can deal with this. Let's handle this job and try not to tear the fence down in the process. Oh, terrible at this today. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I must be able to drive around the building if that's not reversed down there. I feel like I should be able to drive around the building, but this is where I find that there's a load of stuff around that side of the building. Right, okay, well, let's go in here. Right, okay, we're in anyway. I've scraped the paint off the edge of that for damn sure. Yeah, we're through. Right, I wonder if we can go around the building. There's our parking spot. Around here. By these fences. I feel like there must be a way to... This must be a fair... This has to be a fairly simple one. This has to be just a case of swinging this blooming thing round in here. And then putting it forward, because that's where it says to be. Right, I don't know why I'm looking all the way around the back here. There's a garage open there. At 1:23 AM. Let's have a little look. Right, I'm going to zoom out and look outside the thing for the moment. Right, there's so much space in here. There's no way I can't get this thing round. I can't not get this thing round. Must be able to get it round. I mean, realistically, this should be a fairly simple park. It should be, shouldn't it? Right, that would actually... Look at that. If I was parking in that bay, I'd be absolutely delighted with that. Well, I would have been until I started twisting it there, but I would have been absolutely delighted with that if I'd been parking in that blooming bay. Oh, God. I'm going to concentrate now. See if we can do this. Technically, I could have jumped out the truck to spin this round. By the way, it's not impossible. I wouldn't have spun it round by getting in and out of the truck. So I'm gonna say that's a legitimate move there. This is actually one of the easier ones. If I can just get this actually straight, assuming I can get it straight, and push myself right against this blooming fence, I might be able to get this straight, and I wanna. Right against the fence. Yeah, this should be fairly simple. Watching the mirror at the top now. There you go. That was actually pretty. It's not pretty, but it's there. But you can see, look at the dent in the fence. See, that's somebody's hit that earlier. That wasn't just me. That's somebody else has hit that as well. So let's press T to drop that cargo, and let's find somewhere to rest up for the night. Decoupling, and let's see what we got for this. Yeah, I've got excellent. Plenty of time. Time taken, 20 hours. Have we ranked up again? Oh, we have. We've ranked up again, so we can do something else. We're now level 22, Master. I suppose that's true after all of these levels. So we've got various options here if you've not seen this before, but basically these allow you to do different things. So you can have different classes here. ADR training, I guess this is, I don't know what ADR stands for, but basically it's so you can carry, for instance, dynamite and explosives, you can flammable gases, solid fuels. That's probably why I can't do it. I wonder if solid fuels includes... no, because this is like sodium calciums and exploding things, and well, not exploding things, but other things. Toxic waste, corrosive substances. Basically allows you to carry other things. Then you've got long distance, and long distance, when I clicked on it, basically allows you to reward you more money the further you drive. So the longer you drive, the more you get rewarded. You've got high value, which basically means high value items get you more money when you drive with high value. You got fragile, which is basically fragile cargoes. You get more when you drive them. Just in time, yet again, if it's just in time and you arrive within just in time, you get more money, basically. And the last one is a fuel saving one. So you save more fuel when driving with the trailer, save more fuel when driving in the cab. So it basically saves you money on the fuel at the end of the day. So what am I going to go for? Shall we finish off one of these? Shall we absolutely fill one of these out? Or do we push up some of these fragile ones and these other ones? I think we fill this one out. I think we absolutely kill high value cargo. And we go with that. That's me done. So let's close that. Yes, I want to apply. Oh, I just didn't say. Did I not say apply? Yeah, apply. There we go. I meant to do apply. And you get new upgrades when you do that as well, which is useful. So you get other things, like some various bits and pieces to fit on your truck. Sun visor, Dragonfly Magnum. Look at the exhausts. Volcano. There's some cool stuff, actually. What's this? Left exhaust. Magnum. Goliath Bull Bar. It's great names for these things, aren't they? And you also get new upgrades for trailers, basically, as well. So there's new standard double trailers and things like that. It's kind of cool. Something I've not explored, by the way, the trailers. Is something I've not actually looked into in any particularly great depth. Right, okay, so let's have a quick look at the world map and see if we can find ourselves... Oh, there we go, Le Mans. Wow. Let's see if we can find ourselves somewhere to stay for the night. Oh, we have got options, and we've got some places here that we need to have a little look at. Should we have a little look at... this place here, which is just up the road, and then we'll have a little wander around. We'll set it for the night so we can have a little sleep, and then we'll leave it there. Quick, not a long video, but not a short video. Quite an easy trip, and to be fair, we need a bit of sleep so that we can have a look at Le Mans in the morning because it's a lovely looking place. Not too much trauma apart from that crash at the end, which is really annoying. More annoying than anything else. Oh, the hotel's literally across the road. I think I can. I think I can make it there. I don't know. I'm running short on sleep. I'm going for it. We are going into the hotel. I wonder if we park at the front or the back. Well, I'm excited to stay here the night. Actually, it looks like this could be an interesting town or city. Is it city? It'll be city, won't it? Yeah, it does look like it'll be an interesting city. The hotel looks nice as well. Right next to the place we were delivering at. Here's our parking spot. Excellent. Let's take one. All the way along here. Right opposite the Iveco garage. First truck was an Iveco. It was cool. Let's push that off. Let's sleep for the night. Let's have a look at it from the outside. Oh look, there we are. Yeah. A new day has dawned, and we're ready for action. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, but thank you for watching. I've been your host, Real Generic Demon, and please feel free to like and subscribe, all that rubbish, you know. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye bye now.